Welcome back to Sinsen Garage. So I'm a little bit exhausted. Just spent a couple hours fixing up the front lip on my car. Had a couple issues where it was pretty much just like scraping on everything as I was driving. I had around 3-inch clearance or so. So I had to pretty much just go forward, lift up the car with the height adjustable springs, and add a couple more self-tapping screws just to ensure that the lip wouldn't fall off if I clip anything in the future. Now that that's all out of the way and I have this big mess here on the floor, I'm gonna go ahead now and just do one more quick install for you guys. Pretty much just go through and swap out the existing diffuser from the back of the car and going ahead and installing this new carbon fiber diffuser over here. I've heard of issues in the past where people weren't able to pull off the existing diffuser because the center 4 clips are actually really stubborn to get off. But let's see, I don't know, I'm doing this myself. Hopefully it's not too big of an issue. And yeah, we'll have this new much better looking diffuser installed. Should be a fun little install. Let's go. Now to see what we're working with. For whatever reason, BMW decided to proceed with this very cheap plastic diffuser stock on the F87 M2. We're gonna go ahead and fix that. So first, to start off, what we got to do is go ahead and remove the existing 8mm bolts over here and then proceed all the way around and remove these rivets that are holding on the diffuser from the underside. Once that's done, we got to go through, remove all of the clips that are holding the diffuser on as well. So the edge ones over here should not be an issue. The ones that are going to be a tricky part are the ones on either side over here, and then the ones in the center as well. Okay, so I set up my ratchet. I got the 8mm adapter piece on to remove it, and we're just going to go ahead and take off the bolt. So it should be pretty straightforward and simple. Just a little bolt piece. We're going to go ahead and remove the one on the other side and then proceed with removing the rivets all the way around. So the bolts are now removed on both sides. What I'm going to do next is go forward with a flathead screwdriver and just work out these rivets around the full perimeter of this diffuser. Pretty much just something like that. So we're making pretty good progress right now. We got just one more rivet to remove on the back end. And what I find to work best is going through with a screwdriver to pry off the rivet and then proceeding with something just to get better grip on the plastic, sort of like straight end nail part, to pull it out, and then that should loosen up the base plate for the rivet as well. So we just completed removing all of the rivets and the 2 bolts holding up the diffuser. So that should give us clear access now to go ahead and remove the clips. These 2 on the end should be relatively easy on both sides. As you can see, I just pretty much went ahead and pried it off with my hands. I think the same applies to the ones up here on the front end, and then it's going to be a little bit trickier to get the center 4 clips removed. We're going to have to go ahead and use something to try and pry or release the pressure from the top end of those little clips that are hooking onto the back of this. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a very quick take, see if I can get that worked out. All right, so the diffuser is now off. 2 things that you'll notice that fell off once the diffuser is removed are these existing reinforcements for the plastic diffuser. The new carbon diffuser actually does not have those clips, so I'll probably just be removing these from the install. And then this is the existing diffuser, so no more need for this. So I'll just set it aside and proceed with doing everything in a reverse order to get the new carbon diffuser on. All right, since we won't be needing these anymore, I'm just gonna remove the reinforcements, take the old diffuser and swap for new. Grab the carbon diffuser. This should be a perfect fit, so we'll give it a go, and if not, we have some issues. So now just to screw it all back together, and we're good. Okay, so we got the rivets and bolts back on now around the full diffuser. Should be set and secure. Okay, and there it is. So the diffuser is now installed, And something that I actually did not have the chance to record was after I had the diffuser fitted, I noticed that it was slightly short on the two sides where the bumper cutout is. And I'll put an image up on the screen for your guys' reference. So there's actually a pretty big gap or reveal left after it was installed. I'm guessing that was just a result of improper dimensions or spec on the diffuser when they were manufacturing it. And I figured I could probably come up with a solution. So what I did yesterday was went forward and decided to go ahead with a RTV sealant to caulk off all of the gaps around the full perimeter. I think this will kind of just like clean up the overall aesthetic of the diffuser. I've seen it on a couple cars when I had my time in Japan, and it was pretty cool and subtle way of just fixing up panel gaps, things like that. So it's something they do on wide bodies quite often. And so to achieve that, I spent around an hour or so just masking everything off carefully. And yeah, just use the caulking, go around the full perimeter, let it cure for 24 hours. And I think the end result is pretty clean. And especially from a distance too, I think it looks a lot better than it did before. So that's the final install. Let me know what you guys think about the diffuser, and I'm pretty open to suggestions as well. What do you guys think I should do next on the car?